Shalom, family trendsetter. All praises be to the Most High. I'm out and about and I decided let me go ahead and just make a quick video. Just sharing my thoughts on everything that's happening with this election between Trump and Kamala Harris. Now, it seems like the momentum for Kamala Harris is good. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are actually supporting her. I myself, believe it or not, have bought into that narrative of support for Kamala Harris, not necessarily because I like her, but it's because I would rather have her over the alternative. Now, do have a lot of black people, so-called black people, still supporting Trump. For what reason, I don't know, because Trump is not going to do anything for us as a people, have not done anything for us. And I know a lot of them believe that he have done things for us under his former administration, but that's far from the truth, because if you notice, even that so-called stimulus check that he gave us, you notice how he put his name on it. He signed this shit almost subliminally telling us that, you know, he's the one that's responsible for, basically like he giving us a check from his own personal bank account, which is far from the truth. So a lot of idiotic people believe that Donald Trump is going to make a difference. Once he go back into office, he's going to make America great again. Yeah, for himself, not for us. But see, a lot of y'all don't realize that Donald Trump is running for the presidency, not necessarily because he want to become a commanding thief, but it's because he want to stay out of jail. That's first and foremost. And of course, he liked the perks that comes with it. But a lot of these idiotic people, millions of them, right, support Donald Trump. And not for the most part that he's a good president. It's because the racism is embedded in all of these devils, right? All of these people that support Donald Trump, the racism is embedded in them. And Donald Trump is only saying what they want to say and can't say. So if you really think about it, you have a man that's literally running for the presidency. He's supposed to be a president of all, right? Of all nations of people. But yet still he talks about Puerto Ricans in his last rally, where you had that idiotic cornball comedian talking shit about Puerto Rico. You have him talk shit about black folks, right? The comedian I'm talking about, as well as Mexican people, Hispanic people. And this man have done nothing to you know, denounce the shit that separate himself from what was said. In fact, he actually doubled down and said that the rally at Madison Square Garden was one of the best, right? Which means he endorsing whatever this man said. I mean, Trump himself called America a garbage can. So everything that this so-called comedian, corny as fuck, right? If y'all was to watch this shit is so corny. He actually was laughing at his own jokes. And Donald Trump decided he's going to double down and not dissing himself from this comedian. So I think that may hurt him as far as the Hispanic community is concerned. 'Cause one thing I love about the Hispanic community, family, they're not like black folks. They're not like us. You know what I'm saying? They unite. They come together no matter what country they're from. In the Latin American countries and shit, they always unite. And one thing with Puerto Ricans, they are very united people. Because I used to live in the Bronx and I was surrounded by a lot of Puerto Rican and Dominicans, and these people are very, very united people. I love the Puerto Rican people because they have a spirit about them. Of course, we know many of them are mixed with black people and shit. You know, they got our black blood in them. But one thing about the Hispanic community, they actually unite. They're not as divided as black folks are. You know, you got a lot of idiotic people talk about they're going to vote for Donald Trump. Now, to each his own. If you're actually a subscriber or you watching this video and you say you're going to support Donald Trump and you have your reason behind it, hey, more power to you. But let me just ask y'all this question. What do you think is going to happen once Donald Trump goes into power? You think he's going to do anything for us? You think he's going to do anything for us knowing that the majority of black people supported Kamala Harris? You think he's going to know who actually supported Kamala Harris, who supported him? He's not going to know all of that. He's going to lump us all together as being niggas, right? Who was supporting Kamala Harris. He's not going to know, and he's not really going to even care. He don't even care about his own fucking people. He's calling white people enemy, then the enemy within. You know what I'm saying? He's saying he's going to go after his political opponents and shit, people that don't have the same views as him, people that didn't support him, and they look just like him. You know what I'm saying? So if he can go after his own so-called Caucasian people, right? What do you think he's gonna do with us as niggas? You know what I mean? And that's a problem with you goofies. Y'all just go along to get along. Y'all just so caught up with emotions, you know? Well, I'm not gonna vote for Kamala Harris because she's a woman. I'm not gonna vote for her because of what was told, what was said about her. Now, for the most part, a lot of the shit that was alleged, allegation about her is true. You know what I'm saying? She did put away a lot of black people. But you got to remember something, family, right? When you're in that position, you're going to have to please those hybrids first because this is their kingdom. So she had to do what she had to do to get to the top. Many of us do, right? A lot of us kiss ass, do things that we wouldn't normally do. A lot of you motherfuckers out there selling y'all soul and shit for that almighty dollar. So don't say you wouldn't do what she do. A lot of y'all have done worse. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is this. Be careful what y'all wish for, because should Donald Trump become the next commanding thief, right? America, the corporation, will be no more. Because I guarantee you, a lot of these so-called allied countries that's with ally with America, if Donald Trump go back as president, because a lot of these countries, they don't, world leaders, they hate him. Putin don't even like Donald Trump. The only reason why Putin would probably allow him, or probably, I would say, co-sign for Donald Trump is simply because he will be used as a pawn. He will be used as a pawn. Putin will use Donald Trump for his business because Donald Trump thrives on his ego. Anytime you want to get on Donald Trump's good side, just stroke his ego. You know what I'm saying? Tell him what he want to hear because he's a narcissist. So Putin already studied him. Putin used to be a fucking soldier, a military operative, you know what I'm saying? So he knows how to manipulate people and get what he wants. And that's exactly what Putin's going to use for Donald Trump. I believe Donald Trump is in the pocket of Putin. You know what I'm saying? I believe Putin got some dirt on Donald Trump. This is why he always praising Putin and shit like that. But family, I'm telling you, if Donald Trump should become the next commanding thief, he's definitely going to become a dictator, because that's what he's aspiring to be, a dictator. He want to be just like Kim Jong-un, just like Putin. He want to be just like the chief president of China. You know what I'm saying? That's his admiration, to be a dictator. He even said on a hot mic, or I think they call it a hot mic, that's when you don't think you're listening, there people are listening, that he wants the general to be like Hitler general, not realizing that Hitler general tried to assassinate his ass because this man was a narcissist. This man was crazy. He's a psychopath, right? Not only that, he's saying something about he admire President Xi, how the people bow down to him, and he got billions of people, giving him admiration. Kim Jong-un, how they, when he comes in the room, how they clap and they smile, and that's how he want the American people. The American people ain't gonna do all that shit, because as much as these hillbilly or goofy as fuck, they ain't gonna be bowing down to no man to that extreme. They ain't gonna surrender their guns. And what's gonna happen? The first thing Donald Trump is gonna do once he become the commanding thief, right, is basically the next dictator of America. The first thing he's going to do, he's going to get rid of all these people that have weapons. He's going to take y'all fucking guns away from y'all, because he do not want an opposition against him. That's the first thing a dictator do. You have to surrender your firearms. And that's what a lot of you goofies thrive on. You guys live on the fact that you have the right to bear arms. Because without the guns and shit and the weapons that y'all have, y'all are nothing. Y'all use that shit to intimidate black people and other nations, but without y'all guns, y'all are nothing. And that's the first thing he's going to do. He's going to make the military become his personal law enforcement, right? The military. And he's going to go around all you people that's registered, including myself. I have firearms that's registered on my name. They're going to seek us out, and they're going to disarm us and shit. And then you're going to see him enforce this rulership. He's going to rule with a iron fist. And after he pass on, he's going to pass this shit down to his son. It's going to be another Cuba and North Korea all over again here in America. So a lot of y'all talking about y'all going to vote for Trump. Be careful what you wish for. Yes, of course, Kamala Harris, I guess the lesser evil, right? But I would rather support her knowing at least she's saying what the fuck I want to hear, as opposed to Donald Trump with his Project 2025. A lot of y'all don't understand. He's telling y'all what he's going to do. He says he's going to become a dictator for a day. That's the day one, right? Day one, he's going to be a dictator. He didn't say after day one, that's it. He said day one, he's going to become a dictator, which means day one, he will be a dictator and moving forward. You think if he tastes the power of being a dictator, day one, he's just going to relinquish the shit after? Or he's going to say, well, I had enough of being a dictator. You know what I'm saying? No, goofies. It's time for y'all to wake up and realize that we are at the end. America, the corporation, this bitch is falling. Right? She's falling. All praises be to the Most High. He will be the destruction of America. We got next, Israel. We, the true Israelites, we got next. You know what I'm saying? In order for a kingdom to rise, say it with me, family, a kingdom must fall. And with that, I say shalom.